Hello, beautiful people. So, I just wanted to get on here and talk about a few things. But before I get into that, I would like to take time to thank every person who has come into my store and shopped, told another person about my business, and shared my posts. You all are so appreciated. The way you show up for my business does not go unnoticed. So, the first thing I want to talk about is a lot of like the unsaid things about like how our community supports other businesses versus black owned businesses. And what I'm saying, it has nothing to do with other businesses. It's just the way we show up is different. So what I've noticed is like I'll hear people saying like, "Oh, her prices are probably too high," without even coming into my store. That's the first thing. So I was on a post and they were like, "Oh, I heard her prices are high." So if you know me and you've been in my store, you know that I'm matching the prices of the other stores, even though I'm not making as much money as them. So yeah, that's the first thing. So I want to clear that up. So if you haven't been in to shop in my store, you can't go off of what another person said. The first thing we have to try to do is go into a business and form our own opinion instead of going off what another person says. So I want to add that when you walk into my store, you will get the same energy because I'm always the same person when you walk in the store. I can only be myself, so I'm going to always treat you with respect. You don't have to worry about me following you around the store or making you feel like a criminal. So not only are you getting matched prices, but you are also getting an environment where you feel safe, where you feel welcome, and you can just shop unapologetically. So when it comes to having black owned businesses, it's really hard. Like the gap between the businesses that we own and others is always going to be like far set. Um, we literally have to go through much more just to get into the industries that we are in, especially like the beauty supply store industry. This is Korean dominated. Like there's no matching what they've already done. They've been allowed to come in our communities and sell us products that they know absolutely nothing about. There's an issue with that. There are people who are in the community who are trying to open up stores that match what you are asking for, but then you have other people who know nothing about our products. But we rather go support someone who can't tell you a thing about the products, the ingredients that you are putting in your hair, or anything else. They go off of sales reports and they order the things that are trending. They don't know anything about what we use and what's best for us. And they've never done hair or used any of the products a day in their lives. I would also like to explain the differences between like shopping small versus shopping like with a big box retailer like Walmart. Because I hear like all the time, well, I can go to Walmart and get this for cheaper. You have to understand Walmart and like bigger stores, they're going to always be able to get things cheaper because of the bulk pricing. When you're looking at bulk pricing, they're buying like pallets of items. My store doesn't have that capacity. So even when you're looking at like small like convenience stores, I hear people like, oh, well, it's cheaper to get it from here. You have to think about it. That small business, that small convenience store is not buying at the capacity of a Walmart or even whatever other stores you shop at. So you have to understand that there will always be a difference between that. And also with my business, compared to the Korean stores who've been in our communities for years, I can't compete with them at this moment. I'm not going to say it's impossible because I believe in what God has set for me, but I know that I can't do it at this moment because I don't have like the space for it, first of all, nor do I have the funds to buy a pellet at the moment. Um, there's not enough people coming in to shop with me in order for me to buy at that capacity. But imagine if all of the hairstylists actually came here and shopped and got like the braiding hair from me that they buy. Then I could buy a pellet of braiding hair with the thought of, hey, I'll be able to get this money back because that's an investment when you're spending that much money on a pellet of hair. It's not cheap at all. You're looking at thousands of dollars. So it's not as simple as a lot of people would think it is. So when I'm thinking of like how people come in asking me like, can you buy this one item? And I always say it in all of my videos. It doesn't work that way. Every company has a minimum. If you do not reach that minimum, you cannot make that purchase. And so there's no way for me to order one item when I need to create a list of items to order before even getting the order from any company that I order from. So that's the way it works for me. Like I said, there is a difference between myself and the Korean stores where they have 30-day terms, they have relationships with these companies, and they have it better than I do. So I'm not at that point yet, but I'm trying to work towards that point where I can actually fight for myself and get the pricing that I need. So I want to say that if you made it this far to this video, I really appreciate you, and I have more to talk about, so stay tuned. So I want to add that in my store, I literally have implemented everything that you could possibly imagine for the betterment of this community. Um, I have Afterpay. I literally take on the fees for that. I don't even put the like credit card fees that I receive. Like literally, I'm making less money because of like the credit card fees. And when you swipe your card and you're paying with Afterpay, I take on that fee. So there's like so many fees involved that are cutting like my profit. But I do this for my community. Another thing that I do offer, like I said, local delivery, curbside pickup. Um, you can literally shop and come in and store and pick it up if you would like. So I literally try to think of everything that make it very convenient for everyone from every side of this city to come support me. And a lot of people still are not supporting. I don't know what else I can do or what you all need from me, but I would love to have that conversation with my community because without you all, I can't be here. And that's just how it is. I've been in the city my entire life, and throughout my life, I've never seen any of the beauty supply stores even host a sale for our community. They have no sale items. You can't even short them a penny, okay? We've heard that story in this community too, where someone was a few cents short and they couldn't even work with them. So they do nothing for us. They do not care about anything but collecting the black dollar. Like I said, they're in an industry that they do not even participate in. So make it make sense. I am open to like hearing engagement. I do hear people from other cities like, come here, open up a store here, you'll do well here. And I'm listening because I would love to have more than one location. But I need to make sure that I have a footing in this industry because it's not easy. And I still have so much to even talk about. So I have other videos coming up in regards to the trade shows and how we're treated in the trade shows when there's barely any of us in those trade shows. So you have thousands of other people there, and then you have like a few of us in these trade shows. But I will talk about that on the next video maybe. But I want to hear from my community. I want to know what I can do better. Like I said, there's no way for me to match every single thing, but most items in my store are matched properly in order to basically please my community. So if I was not in this business for community, I would have never implemented things that no other store does because I'm losing out on money with everything that I'm doing. Everything has a cost to it. And I'm barely making it, but I'm here because of the grace of God. So if you want to see me stay here, tell me what I can do better and show up. That's all you can do is show up. Nothing is easy, but I feel like when you have the community behind you, anything is possible. So I'm ready for you all. Have a good rest of your day.